and welcome back. My name is Kieron Seamons and this is my inky world where we have too much fun. We have too much fun in our daily adventure of drawing and making a mess basically. And today we are going to be signing one of my books. I'm going to be doing this week, we are doing a sale, we're going to be doing an auction, and just as you open that page, woo, you're going to have a beautiful drawing and signature and everything up there. So, if you want to see what we're doing and if you want to be part of this excitement, go this way. So we are going to get on and we're going to do some illustrations. We're going to do an illustration and a signed book. That's the book that we're going to be signing today, and we're going to be doing it on that big naked that big naked page there. We are going to do something. And I'm hoping this is going to be a very beautiful experience for everybody, where we are going to be getting on and we're going to be drawing and we're going to be having a lot of fun. And at the same time, you can get your hands on, where am I going there? You will be able to get your hands on a signed book by moi. I've always loved the idea of having signed books. I have a couple of signed books. I don't have very many because usually they are so expensive, but we're gonna try and give you a bargain this week. We're gonna try and give you something delightful, something memorable, and I'm not quite sure what we will put in these books, but it'll be something memorable. Maybe I'm trying to keep it in the theme of Norman, since the story is about Norman and his ghosts. If you don't know the story, it is about a very young, shy boy who basically dies of a broken heart. Very sad story. He dies of a broken heart, and when he's saved in the hospital and he comes back to life, he is joined by a ghost, and he believes this ghost has followed him out from death. This ghost seems to show a very great interest in him and follows him home, follows him back to his house on Stanley Road. And that is where the start of the story. She kind of plays this role of kind of falling in love with him. And it's really quite a lovely story. I really fell in love with this story. It really meant a lot to me as I was writing this. And it became a very important part of my life over the year or so that it took to write. And I have completed book 2, believe it or not. Now, this is where things get difficult. I have completed book 2, and I don't quite know what happened. I kind of seem to have fallen into doom and gloom land. Yes, me. I kind of fell into doom and gloom land, and I became very miserable about the whole thing. And although the book is 99% finished, the illustrations are done, I'm kind of just formatting the book now. I don't know. I kind of lost the point of everything, and that really isn't me. And it kind of threw me off for a while. And during that time, I didn't make any videos. I didn't do much drawing. I didn't work on the book, and the book kind of sat in this kind of dormant state. And although I feel like book 2 is even better than book 1, there's so much more. There's so much more answered, you know, when the story starts to take shape, and it takes you to a point where a lot of things are. A lot of those questions in book 1, and there were a lot of kind of questions at the end. I know a lot of people asked me, what is going to be this? What is happening with that? Will Norman do this? Will Norman do that? Will Siconia, the ghost, will she do this? Will she do that? And so it was a very, 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 very beautiful thing to do book 2. And it will it will hit the shops, I promise. I know that so many people have asked, and you are all so kind. But sometimes people just kind of lose something. They lose that little kind of element of life. And I'm usually quite a jolly chap, as you as you know, quite a silly person, quite a jolly old bean, as they would say. But something just grabbed hold of me and pulled me down, and I did kind of struggle with it a little bit, you know. It's like, you know, I kind of look at my life and as one of those type of people that have everything. Although I don't have money and those type of unimportant things, I have my love for art. I have my love for drawing, and I have my lovely Mr. Miro, who is. He's like my best friend, you know. We talk for hours sometimes. So, you know, so it didn't really have much meaning why I was kind of so unhappy. But that's all past now, and I am back to being a happy-go-lucky person. I'm very lucky in my life. I know that. Very lucky to find Mr. Miro also. He is. He's just the best dog ever. He is just. He's got so much character in him, you know. When I take him to the park, everybody goes, you know, everybody loves him. He's like such a superstar. So if you're feeling down and if you're feeling unhappy with life, it will pass. It will. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes it can be very heavy, but it will pass. And life will be beautiful again. So hang in there. I've got him sitting on a park bench. And just as I don't know if I even was thinking about it when I've drawn a cloud above his head. What? I was I don't quite know where that came from, but it fits the moment. It fits this kind of it's quite a nice kind of atmosphere of him sitting in the park. But I really had a very beautiful time working on the Worry Lips stories. It was just everything. It was just everything I wanted from a book. And it gave a lot back and anybody who's thinking about doing a book, do it. Seriously, do it. Don't hold back. If you want to write a book, if you want to illustrate a book, do it. Please, please, please get that energy and go and do it. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than sitting back and then looking at something that you've created from thin air, you know. It's quite a incredible process. The whole thing is just beautiful. And even if you are doing it, you will go through difficult stages, you know, and self-doubt, you know. Artists were born with this kind of self-doubt thing, which is quite ridiculous, but, you know, even some of the greatest of artists they kind of get to that part where they just go, am I any good? Am I worth it? All those type of questions, you know. And the answer to all of that is yes, 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 and yes. Let's do a couple of raindrops coming down on him. That kind of explains a lot about his worry in the story. There's lots of worry in the story. There's lots of there is lots of that kind of self-doubt and you know, as with the name Worry Lips, is Norman is a born worrier, so life was quite difficult for him. It's a lovely drawing, isn't it? What do you think? Yeah. And I will write a message of whatever comes into my head. I'll draw a big patchwork heart because in the story Norman has a patchwork heart. It has been broken and beaten, and part of his sorrow is his broken heart. But it's a beautiful book. It's a fun book. There's a lots of very silly things as he's working through his medication. His mind is playing tricks on him constantly. It's a, you know, it's a lovely adventure. It's a lovely story. And without his hard times, without that kind of sadness, and without that kind of broken heart and broken dreams, it wouldn't be the same. And that continues into book 2. Book 2 is, I'm very proud of book 2. I can say that now, although it was more than painful to to actually put the book together. And that was mostly from self-doubt. You know, and although the numbers of YouTube and things like that don't mean anything to me, they actually do mean something to me. I've discovered that actually it has kind of grown to be very important. If I put up a video and it gets 5 people looking at it, I'm heartbroken. In a very childish way, I know. I know that it's very childish. I'm very aware of my childishness. But the fact that, not that it's like in a kind of a money type of way, but in the fact that I didn't get to share what I love. And that's something that's constantly always hitting me. It's always kind of coming back to haunt me, this thing of trying to share your work, trying to share your love for life and everything about it. But again, it's nothing special. It's a very common feeling from any artistic person. You know, I very often meet artistic people, and you know that is very common with all of us. That element of self-doubt and discovery as well. So this is going to be part of the auction this week, and it will be something on eBay possibly. And I'm adding Mr. Miro because Mr. Miro is now part of my life so much. And I'm hoping, I mean, we're getting 30,000 viewers on the channel, which is incredible. That makes me happy. Though the interaction is a lot less. The likes on the channel, the comments on the channel are much smaller. And I'm hoping for that to increase. And hopefully this kind of art sale will encourage that. So be part of it. Come along and treat yourself to something. Treat yourself to a signed book or an artwork or something like that, okay? It would mean a lot, okay? So thank you very much for being here today. Oh, I forgot, I need to do a letter of authenticity. Let's clean up some of this ink. And I've got this stamp from a friend of mine, which is really lovely. So there you go. Your letter is sealed with a kiss. And if I spell things wrong, don't worry about it. Okay, it's all part of the that kind of artistic madness, I'm afraid. Norman. Norman. In. Park. And each letter will be different, obviously. Some will be short, some will be long, whatever I feel at the moment. And that's, you know, part of the beauty of this, is that it is however we feel as we do it. By me. And these will be very special because you will have a letter to go along with it, which I find just a lovely addition. I'm so happy I came up with it. Got ink on my nose. I got inky, maybe. I got ink on my nose. And like I said in my last video, I would love to have one of these signed books with an illustration from the book in the inside and a letter from Ronald Searle to say, hey man, I drew this for you. So there you have a very special a little point to the stamp. So that is your treat for today. That is this lovely book, which is there, and the letter together. So get onto eBay, get bidding, get some excitement moving with this auction this week. I'm hoping to get a good response from it. I'm in the middle of having my house repaired, and this will be a fantastic support. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for coming back to my Inky channel. I do love every single one of you, and I love all your comments. So send me a comment, tell me what you're thinking, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.